What's up, everybody? It's Time45 here, and we are back playing American Truck Simulator with Josh. He's going to tell us a little bit of a experience he had with his ghost. I guess you could call it his friend, right, Josh?
Yeah, friend.
Uh, Go ahead whenever you're ready, Josh.
Alrighty, well, I moved into this house roughly 16 years ago, and...
16 years, Jesus.
What?
That's a long time.
Yeah, and we had, like, kind of a background on the history. My mom knew the people that used to own the house. She went to school with the kid, and, I guess there was a story behind the house that we were never told, because, I guess it wasn't really important, but, like, in the long run, it kind of was. But anyways, so this is the first week, and you know how it's like getting adjusted to a new house,
Yeah.
and you just want to snoop around, just figure out all the secrets of the house, all the secret rooms, and whatnot.
Yeah, you explore. You go exploring.
Yeah. And what else is a kid my age going to do? Still learning how to talk. Well, at the end of our hallway, it's my bedroom. On the left is my parents' room. So as you're walking out of my room, you can see into my parents' room if you're, like, looking out of the corner of your eye. So I'm bored from playing my Game Boy, and I go outside because my mom and grandpa are outside. Well, as I walk out of my room, I see this silhouette of somebody, like a full-sized man, walk parallel to me into our master bathroom.
Was he floating, or was he, like, actually walking?
He was walking.
Oh, that's nice. But he was completely black.
Well, I couldn't... It looked black to me, but I couldn't tell what he looked like because it was just out of the corner of my eye.
Oh, God.
So I panicked a little bit. I went outside and told my pap and my mom, and we go to walk back through. I walk around the corner, like around the kitchen threshold, and I see this thing walk back into the room.
Oh, man.
So I get a little paranoid, and I let my pap go first. We search all around the house, and there's nothing to be found. The house is completely clear, no secret rooms, no nothing. Well, a couple months go by, and I wake up in the middle of the night, and it's been happening my whole life. I can never get a full night's rest. I always wake up 3 and 4 times a night, and this just so happens that I wake up at this time of night, and I see somebody staring into my closet. I have no idea who the person is. I've never seen the person in my entire life.
Oh.
And
That's not fun.
what?
That's not fun.
So my first thought is somebody broke into our house, and the guy's trying to find any clothes or items of value in my closet, being that younger kids' clothes are, like, really expensive.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
A lot of other clothing. So I just hide under the covers, thinking that he won't notice me and just leave me be.
Yeah.
Well, I hear something, like, moving towards my bed, and I look just over the blanket, and there's this person staring at me.
Could you,
I scream for my parents.
Like, could you see
what?
them, like, me to you? Like, could you see facial features?
I probably did, but I don't remember what the person looks like, because, it was so long ago.
Alright.
I know it was an older guy, probably in his 60s or 70s, and,
Ooh.
My parents come in, I hide under the covers, and there's nothing in my room. My parents search all up and down the house, because this is the second time I saw a person since we moved in.
Yeah.
And they can't find nothing. And this becomes an occurrence, but it's not, like, on a pattern at all. It's just, like,
Random?
every couple nights I'll see this person walking around, and he'll come look at me from my bed. So I don't know what to do, but my parents let me sleep with them for maybe a year. And I wake up in the middle of the night like usual, and I see this person walk out of the bathroom.
Now this is in
like
your
they did
parents' room,
originally.
right?
Yes. So we have the bed in the middle of the room. My direct left is the bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, the person walks out of the bathroom, walks into the middle, like what would be the middle of the bed, at the foot of it, and is just staring at me. I wake up my dad. He doesn't see anything, and the thing is gone. And my parents start to think that there's something wrong with me because I'm just seeing things, and their son is having hallucinations. Yeah. So my parents start to get worried, and they don't know what to do. I mean, I guess they just figure it's just an adjustment, and that it will just pass with time. About a year goes by, and my mom is pulling out of the garage to go to work, and she looks up in the computer room window, and that's probably 3 feet away from my parents' room. And she looks up in the window and she sees somebody staring down at her, roughly a man the same age that I described.
Oh.
And she goes upstairs because she thinks that somebody broke in or somebody's in our house.
Yeah.
She can't find anybody, and both my grandparents came over and helped her look. And none of the windows were unlocked, all the doors were locked, and there's no way anybody could have gotten in the house, so they would have had to been in there the whole time if there was. And my dad ends up coming out saying that one night, whenever he came home from work, he came in through the man door in the garage, and he saw somebody shut the door and walk up the stairs.
Oh,
so
God.
he ran
Are
up the
you
stairs,
serious?
and he could. Well, yeah. I mean,
can you imagine seeing that?
know...
I would legit die. Like.
And you figure, he's walking in from work. It's about 10:30 at night, and you just see this man walk up the stairs where your wife and kid is. What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to run after him. And... yeah.
Chase him down.
He can't find anybody. Me and my mom were both sleeping, and nothing happened to us.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that the person that used to own the house, their grandfather lived in the house as well. And he passed away in our computer room or our office room. And the way we found that out was my mom described the person to our neighbors that are down below us, and then our neighbor, her face turned pale white, and she told us a whole story. And it turns out this person has been haunting us because he had a fatal death. It was of an illness, I don't know what kind.
Like cancer or something,
it was just,
you think?
Most likely.
I'm back.
There's Max.
Well, good thing you came back for the story. But it was just a freaky experience, and I just never knew how to cope with it. But we had a pastor come and bless the house, and I haven't seen anything since, and I'm hoping it doesn't come back. That's my story.
I'd laugh if you're like sleeping tonight and you seen him, and he's like, "Remember
Yeah, you
me."
laughed at me. That's fucking hilarious, huh?
Yeah.
I'd probably get terrified and try to punch the thing.
He's trying to punch it.
You can stay at my house.
Oh man.
Do you probably try to fight it, like.
Do you have any other stories?
Square it up. I mean, I had that dream on New Year's a couple years ago, but I mean that's not really anything.
Yeah, let's hear that. Let's hear that one real quick.
All right. Well, I think I was maybe 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I was doing on New Year's. I might have been drinking a bunch of pop, and I was having like a sugar rush. And I had this dream where it was the end of the world, and it was the apocalypse, and God was taking everybody up into heaven, and everybody else that was left was supposed to be damned to hell. Well, I'm in like Pittsburgh or something with my family, like as a family event, and I see them all ascending into heaven. And I'm thinking, okay, well maybe he's just like going in order age or something, because I was the youngest.
Yeah.
That was out there. And then I see all these people coming out of like alleyways, cars, and they all look like criminals, and they all are criminals.
Yeah.
And they're just walking around, and all of a sudden the sky turns blood red, the ground starts shaking, that starts cracking, and there was this deep bellowing, like a laugh coming, and all of a sudden something grabs me from behind,
Oh.
and it turns me around. It screams in my face, and it was this demonic looking person thing, creature, and nobody could figure out what to do about it because it was such a bad dream. And I talked to everybody in my family that was a frequent churchgoer, and I've talked to pastors, and they said that it could just be something with the devil trying to get in my head after the whole ghost thing, because they knew about that, and that it's just like some kind of spell that he's trying to get through to me and try to convert me, and I had to get blessed again.
That's like
And-
really creepy to think about. Like,
What, the whole apocalypse thing?
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going around this year. I mean, people are talking about it coming sooner and sooner.
Well, they've been saying that a long time.
Yeah.
Nobody knows whenever the apocalypse is. Only God knows. So, like,
Yeah. I mean, whenever it comes, and you better hope that you ain't done nothing wrong.
yeah.
So go to church. Pray. Bless yourself.
Josh's words of wisdom. So, Max, you got anything
Don't
to
play
tell us?
yourself.
No? Yeah, no?
I'd say good dinner.
Oh, God. Here goes Max talking about food.
I think you pictured it actually on Snapchat.
I didn't look.
If I have a visit from a buddy tonight, I don't know why.
When you told me that this morning, Josh, about your dad, I thought you were talking about you like it happened again. When you said you didn't know who that was.
Yeah, this morning I woke up and somebody walked down the steps, went into the garage, turned around and looked at me, and then just walked out. I didn't know it was my dad though, so I'm like, well, I guess that's what happens whenever you try to conjure a ghost's reasoning.
We're playing a Ouija board pretty soon.
Not at my house.
In your house, yeah.
No way.
No, because I'm not living with the thing.
Yeah, really. You don't want to mess with that stuff.
I don't know.
We're playing in my
Bring it.
house.
That douchebag.
It
All
can
right.
sleep in my bed.
So that's going to be it for this one, guys. So I hope you like Josh's story. Let's try getting 5 likes on
Loved
this
it.
so Josh will
5.
show the love. Show the love for Josh's story. I think it's a pretty good story. So that's it for this
No
one.
dos, cuatro, cinco,
And
seis.
peace out.